Hello guys, and welcome back to this channel. So I'll be sharing three good time frames and we are going to actually analyze whether it's a good idea to buy or sell. As you can see, the first line of the 714 method is out, obviously signaling that in about 40 minutes the 714 method is going to be completely done. And we'll actually be looking forward to trading it right now. I've already taken full TP on this trade. This is the last trade that I just left hanging around this zone right here because I'm still looking at what price is doing. Now, this right here is the 1 minute time frame. And let's look at this. On a 15-minute time frame, what do you see? You see a very simple thing, right? On a 15-minute time frame, you can see the price actually went through this support zone, pushed all the way up, and later on found support right there. That is a very good level for price to continue shooting all the way up, right? And that was why I actually bought all the way up. So this range was pretty good. Not a really big trade, but a very convenient one because it's a very simple one, right? Now, we can see for sure that when you look at the Fibonacci retracement tool, price is back to a level that it should be looking forward for retracement. At the same time, this right here was actually drawn on a 30-minute time frame, but you can see that price is back to the last high. And yes, this is the last order block. And you should have been looking forward to selling just from this zone all the way down, right? Yes, because that right there is the last order block, and that is a good zone to actually sell. Now, when we take a look at the 4 hour time frame, this is what we are currently looking at. Not a big deal, nothing serious. Price just went through this zone, went back and retested this high right here, and we are dropping back down. But you see, a lot of people actually don't understand one or two things about price. A little bit of fluctuation doesn't necessarily mean price is completely pushing all the way down or price is completely pushing all the way up. It might just be a retracement to pull liquidity and a push or a continuous movement. When you look at what is happening on a bigger time frame, it's not really a big deal. Price just came back down to pull liquidity from a fair value gap, which is just this low right here. And after pulling liquidity, you can see price is shooting all the way up. So this could just mean price is going to continue shooting all the way up and never come back down for a while. Maybe we'll take out this high before it comes back down, or probably just around this level before it drops, right? But so far, so good. You are not supposed to be eager to execute trades because prices started moving in one direction. No, it might be that it's just continuing that trend. So you have to be vigilant, right? I should have been looking forward for sales, but no. Why do I not look forward for sales right now? Because price is not telling me to sell. It's not telling me to sell, it's just a reaction. I can wait for 3 days, even if this reaction is not completed and we are still having a couple of rejections here, I can still wait. It's always good for you to wait until you are sure of the trade. Now, when we get back to the 1 minute time frame, this is where things get interesting, right? Because I've told you guys, whenever you see a consolidation or whenever you see a trend movement, there are two things that is happening. It's just going to be moving freely just like this, but if it wants to actually drop down, you see it reducing in size, reducing. And I call this level right here a falling trend. That is if we are in an uptrend, right? So that right there is a falling trend, or you can call it a compressing trend, meaning it's just trying to either change a direction extremely fast. Now, what are we looking at? We are not looking at anything serious, just a consolidation, an upward movement, a downward movement, down, up, down, all the way down to this zone right here. So right now, nothing really serious is happening. A lot of traders who trade trend lines will already be waiting for price to break above this. Probably a retest for them to execute a trade. But so far, so good. Price is still consolidating. A very good push or a very good move around this zone will actually indicate price is going somewhere, right? Because we can see that despite we're having big moves, when price got to this zone just around here, you can see that we are kind of having a consolidation, and price is also creating something below this zone, which is a double bottom, right? You can see the push followed by the immediate rejection to that same low right there, and price is shooting all the way up. So a lot of traders could actually also wait for this high to get taken for them to buy, because that right there will be the SBS strategy or the short bar strategy, right? It's very, very simple. When you actually take your time and wait for price to do its thing, don't be in and eager to execute a trade, and understand if the overall trend of the bigger time frame is up, please just follow the price up. Don't stress yourself. Look forward for upward moves and buy, because even price is going to reject, yet still the buys are still going to be much more stronger trends. So you are looking forward for stronger trends, not just any other trend. Now, that is why I'm still waiting and I'm not actually getting out of this trade. And I'm definitely not selling all the way back down. Even though, if you had looked at the 15-minute time frame, I should have been looking for sales probably at the last high of this zone right here. But you don't do that. I've told you guys, gold will be the best pair for you to trade this following months, right? Because it's just going to be a very simple thing. It's going to either be going up or coming back down, because the consolidation is done already. So gold is not really going to stress you a lot. All you need to do is understand the movement of the markets and just follow it along. That is all. Now, right now we are just around this zone and we are consolidating. Price might drop, price might push all the way up. But when it's uncertain, just like it's uncertain here, don't even bother executing a trade. Take your time, relax. When price gets out, even above here, you can still trade all the way up. You can still target this high. If the trend is very strong, you can still target this high right here, and you're still going to get it. And also remember that just a single candle on a 15-minute time frame can actually make somebody 20K, right? So when you are going to trade, take your time. Even if price is pushing all the way up, just like price was shooting all the way back down to this zone, I don't actually execute this trade right here. I did not get to execute this trade. No. But if I was in this trade, imagine I came into the market and this candle has already drawn all the way back down to this zone. I could have just waited for this new candle to open, a rejection, and I'll execute a lot of loss sizes because I know it's going to drop. And that single candle alone could have made me a couple of thousands of dollars, right? It's that simple. So always take your time, understand before you execute. It's very simple for you to do that. If you don't do that, you are just going to be in a lot of trouble. You can see that here is very simple. Just a consolidation. Now, a lot of people will be looking forward to executing trades around this zone. You see them buying with or selling around this zone for price to push down. It will immediately go up. They'll buy again, it will come down. They'll sell again, it will go up. Just look at the bigger view, understand the bigger picture before you execute. That is just what I want to tell you guys. Always understand. And remember, I told you, if price is going in a particular direction, just choose a side. Choose a particular thing you are using to trade. If you are using trend lines, wait for this trend line to get broken. You execute your trade. If you are using what support and resistance, wait for this support, this resistance zone to get broken or this support zone to get broken, and you execute your trade.
A few minutes later.
Now, by the looks of the trees, you can already see that it was a good idea to actually wait and understand what price is doing before you execute, right? Now, yes, as you can see, I executed the trade. I've already said it. A lot of people will be waiting for price to actually break through this so that they'll execute. Why was this a good setup? Because price was actually changing character at the same time, retesting a trend line. So that is a good thing, right? At the same time, you will also see that we came and retested that zone. So important for you to note that price was going back to this zone, and that is how you trade consolidations. You catch the trade from the low to the high, easy. Now, I did not actually think price was going to push through this. I just wanted this to this level right here, but I just added this. I wanted price to get above this zone right here, so that I'll probably get out of the trade. I actually wanted to add a trade if price actually respect this resistance zone or this support zone right here, but obviously you can see the price strike through it, came back and went through it again. So until this trend right here, which actually respected it, that is why I executed this trade. And consider that trade is now suffering because price hasn't really gone that much, right? Now, under normal circumstance on a bigger time frame, this is probably where I think price should go to, but this is a smaller time frame, 1 minute time frame. You always have to catch smaller highs. Despite the first TP on this trade has been gone, I shouldn't actually leave this trade hanging if price is coming to it. And definitely immediately after this video, I'll either close this trade or bring a stop loss all the way up to this zone right here. This could still hang around, but these two are too close to price because it's a 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frames, you just sweep in, you catch a very fast trade and you get out. It's that simple. Now, I've told you, even if there is a massive drop, just understand that, listen, if there's a massive drop, that doesn't automatically mean price is going down. No, it might still be a rejection. So if the smaller time frames are still telling you to buy, that is an opportunity. Pick that opportunity, buy, leave the bigger time frame hanging. If it ends up solidifying, if it ends up turning into an actual downtrend, you can now look forward to selling. But at the moment, if it's not telling you to sell, don't you try your best and worry yourself. Just go ahead and buy, don't sell, right? Even if the bigger time frame is telling you to sell and the smaller time frame is not, find another reason on a smaller time frame or a level to a zone, right? What is a level to a zone? A level that you could buy to a zone that you think price could reject from, and just buy. When price get there and starts rejecting, you get out of the trade. Your goal here is to make money, not to follow bigger time frames, right? It's very, very simple. I've told you the whole of this month, gold is going to be very, very easy to trade because you are just going to be getting nice trades. Now, I'll probably also be looking for sales right now, but yes, so far as the trend is still pushing, I still don't have any problem, right? But that's just by the way. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, always look for an opportunity to execute a trade, whether it's going up or it's coming down. Look forward for an opportunity.